Should Aberdeen have been awarded a last minute penalty in their 2-1 defeat to Rangers? Welcome back, guys, to Fog Football. 832 votes on this. But despite Rangers' lack of penalties received or against, there's a lot more penalties to talk about. If you want to see the Hibs and Celtic game fall out, then you subscribe, you hit the like button. Because see, today there's going to be polls, there's going to be Fids, there's going to be Chris Boyd and his unsmug face because Celtic got away with one. But anyway, let's go into it. So 832 votes, and I'm actually going to agree with my majority. That's what I'm going to agree with. The 67%. It's not a penalty, right? First off, if anyone wants to talk about the one he's on the ground, it's already a foul. Alright, and apparently at Rugby Park you're allowed to handball it off the line. Even though this wasn't quite on the line, but here, doesn't matter anyway. The first incident, it's in a natural position. What way do people want footballers to jump? Right? You can't jump with your hands down your side, or else you look like it doesn't look normal. It's not normal, right? To play professional football, you need to move your arms. It's in his body, right? And it's took a flick off the Albert. I think it was the Albert. It might have been Goldson himself, but once it takes a flick off anyone, the rule is, and it's reactionary rather than like hand to ball, so to speak. So I'm going to agree with the 67%. We've got 40 odd comments to get through, and I'm pretty sure not everyone's going to be a happy go lucky guy. Same as the ball that hit the Aberdeen boys' hand in the first. Yep, very similar to that. Both not penalties. Paul Docherty says Goldson is immune from being penalised for handballs in the box, if we've seen on several occasions. See with Goldson though, it seems like he's like the only Rangers player to ever handle the ball, so to speak, or should I say, ball to handle or whatever. You think of all the games, it's always him. I'm not saying there's never been a Rangers player that's handballed it during his time here, but you get my point. We've got Wami saying this rule needs looked at. Yes, it hit his hand, but the ball bounced off the other player with hardly any distance between the two players. Logically, there isn't any someone who can get out of the way in time. He hasn't moved his hand towards the ball. It's literally ricocheted up onto him. Yep, exactly. And it's actually embarrassing from Sky just to constantly go back at this incident during the Rangers Aberdeen coverage. Then you look at like the Celtic Hibs coverage, and they just gloss over like all of Hibs' penalty shouts. They fucking laughed at Martin Boyle's. And here, does he go down easy? Absolutely. But if the guy got a dead leg and there's contact, I don't think it's wrong of Chris Boyd to ask the question that it could have been, even though it would have been soft. So, yeah, when pundits are laughing at you for bringing up an opinion, I think you've got serious issues. Colin Smith says, or Simons, come on the jails. Service says his hands are in a natural position. According to Willie Collum, when a more blatant one happened in December, it's never a penalty. Any supporter of any team, if it's given against you, you'd be raging. Yep, that's pretty much it. Where was Aberdeen's penalty against Celtic? Aberdeen player was pushed to the deck with both hands from a Celtic player. How is anyone supposed to get away in time for a ricochet like that, right? I'll tell you what though, see that Alistair Johnson won the Aberdeen game, like not even a deal was made out of that. And, it would have been soft, but we've seen them given. We can't say we haven't seen them given. Quadruple Treble says Stonewall penalty, but you must remember teams don't get penalties against Sevco. Well, mate, you must remember that penalties aren't given against Celtic either. Pacific Shelf, sorry, bear in mind. Because guess what? You look back at the 2nd of January 2024, Rangers had a penalty against them. Celtic this season, 12 penalties, 0 conceded. I'll tell you, there's corruption, but it's no for Rangers. The penalty to Rangers is pish. It's redundant. Blair Meikle says, it's a sad time for football when fans are crying for a penalty like this. Likely fans that have never played a game of footy in their puff. Yep, Matthew Miles says, also missed in the cup final. Well, I for one think the cup final one was more of a penalty than any of these two. Easily it was. Easily. Come on lads, Aberdeen were never getting it, whether it was or it wasn't. Unlike their opposition, who would have definitely got one. Yes, it was. Shakira IE25 says, not a pen. Man is collapsing while the ball hits him. Delusional to give a penalty for that. Oh, it's the supporting arm theory. But, yeah, that's irrelevant though because of the foul. I actually disagree with that rule, with the whole supporting arm thing. I disagree with it in a sense, if you're literally blocking a shot off the line, like Alistair Johnson did, and hell, if you even want to talk about this Goldson one, I can't guarantee for sure that Jack Butland saves the shot, but all I know is Jack Butland's right in front of Goldson, so maybe it would have flicked off Goldson, or Butland and went into the back of net and Aberdeen could have scored, right? I don't know. But I think going forward, I don't think it should matter if it's a supporting arm or whatever. I think if you clear a chance off the line with a supporting arm falling, it should be a penalty. Absolutely. Uh, Battle Guy Barry for what? Leslie Ferguson says it's Rangers, of course it's not. You know the drill, son. And that's us done with this poll troops about Aberdeen. Should Aberdeen have been awarded a last minute penalty during the 2-1 defeat? What do you guys think? I mean, obviously, Yusuf voted it away. No penalty. We'll be back later, though, to discuss Hibs and Celtic, and that game was chaotic. Don't you love midweek in Scottish football? What a midweek it was. I mean, the two games on Sky, in terms of drama and controversy, you couldn't really have asked for much more, man. But anyway, till then, peace.